Today's Dallas Cowboys Report is presented by Manscaped. Smooth sack summer is here, and you want to have success off the field, which I think is pretty clear what I'm implying. Get 20% off and free shipping when you head over to manscaped.com, and you use promo code COWBOYS at checkout. Without the promo code, you're not going to get the deal, but it's in the comments section and the description of today's show. Here's some of what's coming up on today's show. Is there actual interest in a wide receiver? We'll break down what Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones said. Those are different conversations there. 3 wide receiver ideas. Odell Beckham, Dez Bryant, and Terrell Owens, all linked by various media / other players or themselves. A Tony Pollard extension as well. But we begin with injury news for the Cowboys. Fullback Ryan Nall has suffered a quote-unquote deep shoulder contusion, i.e. a super bad shoulder bruise, and he's going to miss 2 to 4 weeks to recover. That would put him back in time for week 1 of the season, but would potentially significantly limit his ability to show what he can do in Cowboys camp. Dallas is rather thin right now at running back / fullback. They cut Nick Ralston. They cut Jaquan Hardy. They are down to Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. We'll also make note that Rico Dowdle and Aaron Shamklin right now are on the COVID list. More on that in a little bit. With Ryan Nall banged up at Cowboys training camp today, they had 3 healthy backs. On now to the wide receiver position. The Cowboys signed Anthony Barr. We're all excited. Some people were like, oh, you need a wide receiver more. Well, you need both, to be clear. And good thing is you can still do both. Now, Jerry Jones has said he didn't think receiver was a big need right now. They want to see what the young guys can do. But Stephen Jones, who runs things a bit more these days, had something else to say. Quote, "We're always looking to upgrade. I'd say we were probably looking to upgrade before the injury. We'll just kind of see what goes on out here. We continue to look to upgrade our roster at every position." So the back half is the classic Stephen Jones comment. It's the beginning stuff that goes, okay, they were at least considering, much like they were at linebacker, they were thinking about it there. So for the Cowboys, Gallup's not going to be ready week 1. Washington will not be ready week 1. And although there's plenty of optimism about Jalen Tolbert and Sima Fehoko and Noah Brown and TJ Vasher and Dennis Houston's got a bunch of run with the ones early on, the Cowboys are not super deep at proven wide receiver help. So do you want to sign a wide receiver next? Sound off for me in the comments section if that is a route you want the Cowboys to go pursue. It's Y for yes, N for no. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Let's move now to the wide receiver ideas that are out there. 3, I'm going to call them wild ones. First up is Odell Beckham. Again, ESPN and Mike Tannenbaum said the Cowboys need to go add OBJ. And this, of course, is not the first time, and frankly, not the last time. I'm sure we'll see OBJ linked to Dallas. Here's what Tannenbaum had to say. Quote, "Go get OBJ right now. Have him rehab as a Cowboy, learn the offense so whenever he's ready to go, he can hit the ground running." Here's some pros and cons of adding OBJ. He is a very impactful player when healthy, and he was bouncing back with the Rams before that injury. And of all the top free agents at wide receiver or overall, OBJ by far is the best one. The flip side is he's not going to be ready until November. He doesn't help you short term, which is what the wide receiver need is right now. And you would always have to worry about regression or OBJ being a bit of a diva and getting into fist fights on the sidelines with kicking nets and whatnot. So would you sign Odell Beckham right now? Not in a month or 2 months, right this second. This is going to be our pinned comment on today's show. So if you get the ad break, take advantage of it. Head down. Type in OBJ for yes you would, or no BJ for no. In general, I would not be mad if the Cowboys signed him. It's Odell Beckham. Right? Like that's fine. That's a good hypothetical idea. And if he were healthy, this would be all aboard the Odell Beckham to Dallas campaign. He was playing better before he got hurt with the LA Rams last year in the Super Bowl, much more in line with the old Odell Beckham. Here's the problem, though. It doesn't help you right now, and that's what the Cowboys need. By the time Odell Beckham is healthy, likely around November-ish, give or take a couple weeks or whatnot, Michael Gallup is back. That would leave you with Lamb, Gallup, and Tolbert. Unless Tolbert is slow to develop or Gallup re-injures himself somehow, receiver then isn't a massive need. Now, if there are not great play, if there are injuries, sure, we can be on OBJ watch come October, November. But for August, it doesn't actually fix the Cowboys' needs at wide receiver at all. Now, today's show is made possible by our good friends over at Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping on all of their top-of-the-line men's grooming products, including the most comfortable boxers known to mankind, the Boxers 2.0. It's smooth sack summer, and Manscaped's helping to keep your balls having a good time, if you will. A lawnmower 4.0, because no lady wants a bunch of bush downstairs. That's not great for you fellas out there. Have more success off the field. Be a training camp winner by using Manscaped at manscaped.com. Promo code is Cowboys. That link will be in the comments section and in the description. Although OBJ's been linked to Dallas, he wants Dez Bryant back to go to the Cowboys. This is what Odell Beckham tweeted out the other day. Dez back to the boys. Get home, King. I don't even know where to begin with this one. There's so much. We're not even to the craziest receiver yet, by the way. Teaser alert. Here's what Dez Bryant's done the past 4 years. Nothing. 6 catches in 4 years. Without fail, whether it's in Twitter mentions, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Rumble, somebody always says, yeah, Dez Bryant, please move on. Find the new slant. I am begging you. I will forever love Dez Bryant. This is not Dez shade whatsoever. It's the truth. He's washed, guys. I'm sorry. He is old. He has 6 catches in 4 years. I think the Cowboys did him dirty, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea to bring him back. The next contract Dez should sign is a one-day to retire with the Cowboys so he can eventually go into the Ring of Honor. I love Dez. He does not help you at this stage in his NFL career. You're better off rolling with your unknowns and current guys on the roster. Now, if and when the Cowboys do sign a receiver or trade for one potentially, we, of course, have you guys covered. Just like we did for the Anthony Brown signing. Cowboys news, rumors, we break it down for you. Hit that, or Anthony Barr, what did I say? I said Brown, didn't I? Anthony Barr signing, there you go. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. If you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe to the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel. We're not done yet. Mark Young, whoever that is on social media, was like, Cowboys need a solid vet for 4 to 6 games. Let's bring in Terrell Owens. T.O. says, I'm ready. This one's even more insane than the Dez Bryant one. I genuinely cannot believe we're doing this in the year of our Lord 2022. It has been not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. T.O. hasn't played football since 2010. I don't even know if I was in college yet at that point because years are hard for me. Signing a 48-year-old Terrell Owens makes absolutely zero football sense. So if you wanted Dez, if you wanted T.O., guys, I'm sorry, this is stupid. He hasn't played football, an actual NFL game, since 2010. There are some players on this Cowboys roster who weren't even teenagers the last time Dez was playing football, or T.O. was playing football. It doesn't make any actual football sense. So of our wild and wacky wide receiver ideas today, if you had to, and I'll do one too, I will put up my own idea here. If you had to pick one, who would it be? Type DB for Dez Bryant or type in T.O. for Terrell Owens. Sound off for me in the comments section. Now, neither of these guys actually help you because they haven't done much of anything in the NFL. T.O. hasn't played an NFL game since 2010. Dez Bryant has 6 catches since 2016. Of the two, give me Dez. He's younger, and I know Terrell Owens is in crazy good shape and did the whatever fan control football thing, which cool, okay, let's not pretend that's real football, guys. I would rather have Dez if I had to pick one of the two. Not very good ideas at wide receiver. There is a very long list of guys that make way more sense than T.O. or Dez. Of the two, give me Dez. Let's move to Tony Pollard now. Could he get a contract extension? This one a little bit less wild and wacky. Pollard has been hyped up by the Cowboys and the organization in the past couple months or so. Stephen Jones, the team has not had contract extension talk, which I don't think should be a real surprise, by the way, as Pollard is primed for more touches this year. Here's what Stephen Jones had to say. There are some things as we move forward we just have to take a look at in terms of that running back position and the cap. But the goal is to have Tony Pollard back here next year. Nothing that Stephen Jones said should surprise anybody. Not only do I think the Cowboys want to wait and see how the entire year goes before paying anybody up for a new deal this year, but Pollard should want to wait as well. Because if you're Pollard, there's no reason to rush into a deal. Because if he plays great, somebody might offer him big-time money on the free agent market. So I would wait if I were Pollard. I think that's going to be the path the Cowboys end up pursuing here. In like 99 out of 100 of the multiverses, the Cowboys will not retain both Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. It doesn't make financial sense to do there. So pick one to keep. Type in EE for Ezekiel Elliott, or you can type in TP for Tony Pollard. Now, Pollard was a bit more productive in terms of explosiveness and big plays this year, but Zeke had more of the volume. And I think regardless of whenever these guys get their new deals, if Zeke's brought back, I bet it's on a restructured contract. Otherwise, he's cut. If Pollard signs and they cut Zeke, I bet it's less than this number. I hope the Cowboys have learned their lesson and will not overinvest at the running back position, because overall, even though it's not easy to replace certain backs, it is an easier position to replace than some of your more pivotal ones. If you guys made it to the end of today's video, you are a real one. I appreciate that. So everybody spam real one for me in the comment section right now.